Growth comes with change, and change is about evolving. The average life of an adult cuts across the evolving process. Prior to adulthood, there was childhood, which is often set as the pace of the life ahead. Reportedly, the peak of adulthood is the hustling stage, but evolving demands the alignment of one's hustle with reality. So as an adult, it is essential to be able to merge work and one's personal activities. Adulthood ushers the ability to create an equilibrium between work and personal dealings. More often than not, people struggle with creating a blend in their lives, making it difficult to find fulfillment. But as opposed to being unhappy, adults should step up their game by creating a structural balance for their lives. Welcome to Work-Life Balance on Africa Business Radio.
Hello everyone, my name is Emem. Today we'll be talking about work-life balance. So we're going to be looking at 6 topics, from measuring productivity, creating structures around your life, your business, your work, fulfillment, finding fulfillment, balance versus integration. Just sit back, relax while we dig in. Thank you. So, measuring productivity is the first topic today. The first topic today will be on measuring productivity. The first thing, how do you measure productivity? For me, there are different aspects of your life. So there's a different measurement when you want to measure productivity as an organization. There is a measurement that you use the output versus the input. For example, if your company made $80,000 in a year and you spent 1,500 hours, creating the product and making the money. So you have to measure the amount of money you made versus the hours. We give you the amount of money you make per hour in that organization. For your personal life, you have to first of all have an intention. So what was your intention for 2019? What were your plans? First of all, did you have a vision board? Did you have a goal setting? Did you have goals set for 2019? And what kind of goals did you set in all aspects of your life? Your relationship, your marriage, if you're single, your business. So there are different areas you have to be able to know what were my intentions before you can measure your productivity. And you have to set realistic timelines. You have to be realistic about what you're setting. Know your strengths, know your capacity. You cannot be so driven like maybe I would say maybe like Tony Robbins or John Maxwell, when you don't have the capacity, you don't have the resources, you don't have the capacity. You have to work within what you can do, what you can afford, and you can also stretch by building a team. That's what I would say before you start setting those timelines. Make sure that you really know the capacity that you have at hand. Evaluate your intentions, evaluate your goals. Know that yes, this goal, I'm setting this goal for now to 6 months time. I want to buy a plot of land. I'm going to be saving this amount of money, and in 6 months time I should have saved up to 1 million naira for my other investment or my salary. So you have to also check and adjust from time to time if you cannot meet up with that particular goal. People sometimes overestimate what they can do in a day. So you're measuring productivity in 24 hours. I want to achieve this, that. I want to call these numbers. You have to be very organized. For me, what I do as a personal, I'm a life coach, and I didn't say that I'm a life coach, and author, and also a serial entrepreneur. I have something I use. I call it a work hourly tracker. So I know what I do from 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 p.m. I have it all written out and agreed on with my staff. I have a team. I have workers at home. I have workers in my business. So you have different people, different areas of your life where you have a team of people that you work with. Either your colleagues, you all have a goal in the company. You have a goal with your family members. Yes, you have daily goals in the home. You have food planning for your weight loss, for your healthy living. Those are all aspects of productivity that you would want to plan ahead of time. And then the key is not to try and do everything in a day. You can't do everything in one day. You have to break your goals. Make sure your goals are smart, smart goals that are achievable. They're time bound. They're realistic, and understand the balance, within what you're doing. Understand balance as well. Know when to prioritize. Know when to say I'm going to do this tomorrow. I don't think this is so important. You have to understand today is for this and tomorrow is for another goal. And there'll be times when you have to stretch. Sometimes I work midnight. Sometimes I've stayed up to 3 a.m. I wrote my book within 2 weeks, and I printed and launched the book within 3 months. That was a stretch for me. It was like I was actually leaving my skin to do something out of my daily schedule, because I had to meet up with my deadline to launch the book in 2018. get the book in stores, but it took me almost a year to put it on Amazon. Really, my book is it's a January to December kind of manual. Getting someone to design it, reduce it, all of that stress and project. I just took my time when it came to that, because I wasn't in a hurry to put it on Amazon. So it depends on what is your priority for 2019 or 2020. But sometimes you will have to stretch, and it is wise to be consistent. A lot of people have lost their energy since June, and they're very sad, depressed. They're burnt out because they don't prioritize. They're burnt out because they want to please people. So they're not able to measure productivity because they never had an intention. They never had a plan at the beginning of the year. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. This relationship is toxic for me. I'm going to protect my mind. I don't have to expose myself to this. And that is what we have to do first before you can measure your productivity. You have to have, first of all, you have to have a vision. Number 2, you have to set your goals. That's your intention. And number 3, you measure your productivity versus what you intended to do at the beginning of the week, of the year, of the month, in any area of your life. Thank you.
Remember, just because it's paying your bills doesn't mean it won't leave you feeling ill. The thrills of life come from simple things we often take for granted, but not anymore. If you've enjoyed today's episode of Work-Life Balance, it's time to make a simple commitment by sharing it with your friends, family, co-workers. It's probably the next best investment you can ever think of. True, everyone deserves a life that works. Save this moment before you blink. We are together again next episode, right here on Africa Business Radio.